good good day. I disclosure, if there's any people who are, overweight watching this video, I'm not talking to you. Okay? I'm about to go low. Alright? Some time back, a while, I did a set on the Popeyes chicken. You remember you remember when people were stabbing each other in the drive-thru over this Popeyes chicken? You remember that? Yeah. The mind control is real. We're going to Pennsylvania. Not literally. Link is in the description. Because the news is reporting and showing video footage of a bunch of fat fuckers fighting in a Golden Corral. 40 people fighting in a Golden Corral over steak. It's getting strange over here over steak. Listen, Miss McGlover has already done the research and showed you that stores are starting to run out of stuff in various areas. She already showed you that. And maybe I'll put the link in that description as well. I hadn't hit here that I could tell, but it's there. She's also done a good job of showing where she's at in Chicago. Streets are snowy, city workers are not working, streets are not getting plowed. All right? Streets are not getting plowed. All right? 40 people in a Golden Corral, a bunch of fat fuckers fighting because Golden Corral is short on steak. You don't get my eyes for this one. You don't get my eyes for this one. Throwing baby chairs. You know them high wooden chairs the kids sit in. Just tossing them. It is the WWF. For those old enough to remember that. For those who are not old enough to remember that, it's take all your mixed martial art people from the MMA and put them all in the ring at the same time. Now, you only used to seeing two of them fight at one time, all right? But take for the newbies, I'm 30 and under, I don't know. Take all your mixed martial arts fighters, all of them. Take your favorite ones. Take 40 of your favorite fighters and put them in a big ring. And that's what you got here at the Golden Corral because of a shortage of steak. Apparently, somebody got served a steak out of turn. And the fat fuckers went nuts. Well, let me deviate for a second. Food shortages is not the worst thing that, I think about. How many of you have noticed that if there's a Walgreens on a corner, there's a Rite Aid right across the street? And possibly another pharmacy across the street from that one. It's big intersection. 2 to 3 different drugstores occupying similar space. The United States has become a nation of drug addicts. A nation of legal drug addicts. When the stores close, if the stores close, wink, wink, you think people fighting over food, you ain't even begun to see a fight. You ain't even begun to see a fight when people can't get their medications. Wean yourself. Wean yourself. Never in recorded history has society that we know of had 24-hour access 7 days a week, all year, to food, fruits and vegetables all year round, apples all year round, bananas all year round, grapefruits all year round. I don't know of any time in recorded history where we've had access to food 24 hours a day. You can snack every minute of the day if you feel like it. Cookies, all kinds of crap. You have gotten out of control. This can't last forever. I'm just telling you. Can't last forever. All right? Back to the Brawl. The audacity of you people to put children at risk fighting over food at the Golden Corral. Starting to do some strange stuff. Oh, don't fret. I see it in my family too. I do. Especially if they've had that jab. I'm noticing behavior changes. I just am. Noticing behavior changes. Okay? You go out to eat. And the poor man on the news in the interview, I just wanted some steak. Really, son? Really? Y'all gang banging over fake steak? You gang banging over fake chicken? Mike, what are you talking about? You cannot be that sleep anymore. You just can't. Do the math. How many people in the United States? How many people are selling chickens? Where are all of these chickens coming from? That's another video. I'm not going there. I'm not talking to my subscribers. Nah, y'all on this already. Okay? This message is for whoever my subscribers should happen to share it with. Whether you've been living under a rock or you just hypnotized to your television programming, tell lies to your vision programming that you are actively paying a monthly subscription to. My phone costs $55 a month, and I do not enjoy being on it. I just don't. I'm thankful I don't get a lot of phone calls. All right? I know people with $200-$300 phone bills, cell phone bills. It's another video. Fighting in the Golden Corral over some fake steak. Is it steak? That's another video. We can go there. Listen, I've been standing on this square, and 5 years ago, it was very lonely standing on this square. 5 years ago, not 2 years ago, 5 years ago, when I was screaming about these vaccines, because I saw it coming. I saw it coming because I went through it. We've talked about this. My subscribers are familiar with my loss. Okay, it's new to you. What you'd have to do is go dig into the 2.5 years that I was on this channel, because the channel before this one was banned. Okay, I was talking about this stuff way too early. That channel was banned. All right, and the only reason why I think this channel is still up, to be honest with you, is because y'all are watching cats play the piano. I really think those who might block the channel and say doesn't make sense to block it. Y'all not listening anyway. You out there throwing baby chairs, fist fighting, Royal Rumble, Hulk Hogan, leg drops, elbows, figure fours, headlocks, uppercuts in the Golden Corral because somebody got staked out of turn. One person got staked out of turn, maybe, and 40 of y'all in there are fighting in the Golden Corral. Prince, Signs of the Times, remember that? I'm not singing. Sounds. We're starting to see some patterns of I don't want to phrase it meanly. A disconnect with nature. Could that possibly have a disconnect with nature? All right. I just wanted some steak. The same fat motherfucker could fast 10 days on the snake diet, on snake juice. Mike, what's snake juice? YouTube it. It's water with a couple of ingredients. Cayenne pepper, Himalayan sea salt. I digress. Some other shit. The diet for 10 days, 15 days. Some of you fat fucks. And after the second day, you wouldn't even miss food because you're carrying a refrigerator with you because your body doesn't know what to do with it. Okay? You're consuming it faster than it can process it and get rid of it, so you're carrying it with you. And I'm not saying everybody in the Golden Corral was fat. What I'm saying was too many fat motherfuckers in there fighting over fake steak. This is America. Some of you know the rest of the song. Some of you don't. They're starting to look like that video. Senseless violence over food. The drugs is coming. You have been pigeonholed into a drugs society where the pharmaceutical companies have paid off the education department, have paid off the doctors, have paid off your politicians to pump you with drugs and tell you you need these drugs. Ask your doctor for such and such. Ask your doctor for such and such. You might lose your pinky toe. Your thumbnail might fall off. Your left ear might be swole. Your tongue you might swallow your tongue. You might grow a tail. But ask your doctor. 2, 3 years later, have you taken such and such? Call this legal law firm such and such and such and such. It's common practice, and too many of y'all are willing participants. A little frustrated watching y'all. Real frustrated watching. I just finished eating. Take my behind home. Go to sleep. Get ready for work tomorrow. I'm only on here just, because Ms. Glover, I got the notification that you fat fucks in Pennsylvania are fighting over fake steak. But my gosh. I will include another link in the description because with the negativity, I have to try to balance it with some positivity. I apologize for the language in this video. This is about as good as it gets for me being angry these days. I will put a link in the description of a business owner, female business owner, standing toe-to-toe with 4 police officers who are instructing her to close her business, her restaurant, or she's going to be charged. She says, she asked the female cop, charged with what? And the female cop says, and I quote, I do not know, we'll figure that out. Well, if you don't know what you're going to charge me with, then there's no law being broken. You need to get the heck out of my establishment. And she wasn't as nice as I'm portraying them. I'm trying to be a little more conscious of the language since I've already, stepped on my toes. I apologize. Evelyn, if you're watching this, I apologize. Elderly lady, her and her husband, I apologize. Be back to normal in a little bit. All right, so I'll include that link in the description too. It'll be the second link. It'll also be in the comments, just in case, they don't show up or whatever. YouTube gets crazy or whatever it is. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay? And the majority of you who are walking around with them face diapers on are doing so out of fear. You have allowed your tell-lie visions to program you into a state of fear. Allergy season used to be that. Allergy season. Remember that? Spring approaching, people's pollen drops, people sneeze, people cough. No big deal. Somebody coughs, and now they are looked at as a possible carrier for COVID. Oh, you cough. You coughed. You could be a carrier for COVID. And that's how I got COVID. This is happening. How do I know it's happening? This is happening in my family. With all of this information I've put out in the last 5 years, 2.5 years on this channel, the same nonsense is happening in my family. I'm not going to call my family members out. I ain't doing that. When they see it, they'll know it. They know it. And it probably won't make a difference anyway. Fear. False evidence appearing real. Some of you are being led in a particular direction based on fear. With all that time you spend allowing yourself hours a day being programmed by the tell-lie vision, I would think you would devote some time into asking why and doing some research. I would think that. I mean, remember I'm showing my age again, G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, remember that great American hero? G.I. Joe said knowing is half the battle. Half the battle is being aware and getting into a state of knowing on something. But if all of you doing is watching the news, you work, you're retired, whatever, you're living off of your husband's pension, and so you don't have a job, so you're home all freaking day and you're watching the news all day being programming, you cannot talk to me rationally. Not willing to do it. I'm not going to do it. Family included. It has become insane. And got the nerve to be religious. And got the nerve to be what you call God-fearing. That's another video. Okay? Fearing. God-fearing. For you God-fearing people, understand this. Your Jesus that you say was on the cross, that the powers that be strung him up, it's a crowd of onlookers standing there watching, did nothing. Does that sound familiar? Does that look familiar in today's environment? Am I reaching? Links are in the description. My gosh. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good day.